Athletes that receive a full ride scholarship often get $30,000 to $50,000 a year, yet they're still complaining about not getting paid. I think something's wrong with this picture. Athletes not only receive money, but also many other benefits that non-athletes don't get the pleasure of receiving. Vasant Ramachandran, in the Stanford Review in 2012, stated that payment for actual gameplay is the fundamental difference between professional and amateur status. When one considers professional status from this point of view, it is easy to see that college athletes should not be paid. Making money should not be a byproduct of going to college. College athletes already receive benefits that non-collegiate athletes don't. And besides the benefits and large sums of money from scholarships, it would also change the main idea of school from education to money. College athletes should not be paid to play a sport. Whether you're preparing to go to college soon or have kids that are getting ready to go, money is always the main problem. Student athletes get to go to college for a reduced price, or sometimes even free. They do not need additional money on top of that. Paying college athletes is wrong because the main part of a student athlete is education. It would open many moral questions. It would also increase the competitive gap between big and small schools. Many student athletes are so focused on getting paid that they would not take the time to really appreciate the opportunity of getting a college degree. Besides that, the competitive balance would be thrown off because only the large colleges could afford the players. The best players would always go where the best money would be. In my recent talk with Jim Weeks, the head basketball coach at Doane College, he told me that most of his time is spent fundraising, just so he could have enough money to offer a few scholarships a year, whereas larger colleges don't have to do any fundraising, where they get many of their money from different alumni and contributors. The more money, the better players you can recruit. The Purdue athletic director and NCAA Division I Leadership Council member Morgan Burke has noted that fewer than 24 of the 300-plus Division I schools even made a profit last year, giving the most recent information. Besides this, you wouldn't easily be able to determine the value of a player compared to other players on the team or players from different sports. For instance, how would you decide how much to pay the starting quarterback compared to your starting lineman? Or how about your national champion diver? How could you possibly decide how much to pay each of these different athletes that would be fair to everyone? The easy solution is that college athletes should not be getting paid. They don't have to pay for all the expenses that already are offered in college that can account for large sums of money. They are getting paid with a free education and all the benefits you receive with a degree. Payment for actual gameplay, or the good athletes already receive scholarships and get tuition, fees, room and board, and books all for free. These costs can exceed, as I previously stated, $30,000 to $50,000 a year at many schools. Carl Heiselman from Parade Magazine Online stated that an interesting analysis done by an assistant coach at a Big Ten conference school determined that if a dollar value of the college tuition, room and board is divided by the NCAA mandated time limits for practice, an in-state student is getting paid $56.25 per hour, whereas an out-of-state student, $83.25 per hour. Not bad for a part-time job while earning a degree. Most colleges are not financially stable enough to pay their athletes anyway, even if it was legal. According to the Associated Press report, not every college sports program is successful enough to even consider paying their athletes. If they're not getting paid, athletes will still receive benefits in the classroom and are provided with great opportunities. They get to travel all over the country and are treated like celebrities. How many times at work or at school do you hear people talking about the Duke North Carolina game or the big bowl game coming up? You have to remember these kids are just a couple years older than me, and they're being talked about on national television. That's star status right there. Coaches of collegiate athletes also do anything to keep their players eligible and happy. Paul Daughtry stated in a recent Sports Illustrated magazine that, meantime, if scholarship is among your goals, there will be no shortage of attendance at your beck and call. You will have tutors and study tables. You will have coaches who assign managers to act as human alarm clocks, in the off chance you accidentally sleep in. In some places, you will be enrolled in classes designed to keep you eligible. You will have compliant professors interested in the same thing you are, you playing. The fact that athletes can go through college without having to work or leaving in debt is already an advantage that normal students do not have. College also provides a 4-year audition for future employees for free. You will have dozens of recruits and scouts coming to your games to watch you, whereas someone that wants to go and be an accountant won't have anyone come watching their big account test coming up. You will burnish your resume while flying to away games, often in chartered jets and staying in first-class hotels. If you play basketball, it is likely you visit a tropical island at least once in your 4 years. If you play football, you could spend a week at a bowl location, where you will receive nice gifts from the game sponsors. College athletes already receive benefits and do not need to be paid to play a sport. They receive benefits in the classroom, are provided with great opportunities, and get to travel all over the country being treated like celebrities. Although they are not actually getting paid, they do not have to pay for all the large expenses that come with getting a degree. Paying athletes in college is wrong, because the main part of a student athlete is education. It would open many moral questions. It would increase the competitive gap between big and small schools. Bob Knight once said that the best argument against paying players is that it diminishes the value of education. That's as true now as it's ever been. For every athlete demanding a paycheck, there are at least 10 deserving non-athletes who can't afford to walk through the door, to whom a college degree would mean more than just a direct deposit every couple of weeks. Thank you.